I think looking back on my career, I felt I lost so many amazing experiences because I was so afraid of like, I can't post this. I'm too afraid of this person. Now I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. I have nothing left to lose at this point.
That's 30, baby.
That's 30.
Yeah, like
We don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck. I have nothing left to lose.
Hello and welcome back to OK Sister Podcast. My name is Mads.
My name is Scout. I feel
Giving
like
me nothing?
No, because I feel like lately I've been saying something after, and then you just bulldoze me
That's
with something
actually
else.
really true. Do you remember what you were going to say the last intro? Because maybe we can...
No, I don't. Because
sorry.
so that's why I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna. I know my place. Okay, I know my place with my sister,
do,
and
yes.
you are the dictator.
Yeah. You're wearing a trench coat.
Yes. Do you like my outfit?
Say more about the trench coat.
Say more.
Just elaborate on the choice.
Do you want to elaborate on your opinions about my trench coat? Because I feel like there's something to be said here.
I mean, the trench coat is great. It's chic. It's elevated.
Thanks. Matching skirt,
trench coat vibes.
Yes. Is the question why?
Yeah,
The question is why.
The question is why the trench coat?
I would like to go on record and say that when I wear things and I post them, people say that I look great. When I wear things in front of my sister's eyes, she asks why.
Why?
Other women are rooting me on.
Yeah.
For being my elevated best self.
I know. I need to hype you up a little more. That was my goal this week is to be.
You are failing.
My goal this week was to be more compassionate.
Can confirm you need to work a little harder on that goal.
It's just funny because, and I don't know if sisters, any of you listening relate to this, when it's with your sister
Yeah.
and your family, like all manners and morals go out the fucking window.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like I don't.
Like if someone else said that to me,
Oh, of
like
course.
let's just say this real quick. If someone else said that to me, I'd be so insecure forever. But
Of
Maddie
course.
just said that to me, and I'm literally gonna forget about it in 15 seconds.
That's the beauty of sisterhood.
Truly.
And it is so great that we just have this documented of our banter and of our dynamic because most sisters just like shit on each other in peace and in private, and we shit on each other in public.
Yeah. I don't.
You don't shit on me. I typically do the shitting.
I think that I'm subtly hard on you in areas.
Sure, but you hype me up, and I need to
do hype you up.
reciprocate.
Thank you, because you do know that I'm in a vulnerable place in my life.
Are you?
I'm reinventing myself in many ways, and that feels, just like
I feel like you're in
Charlotte's.
such a great place.
I'm in such a great place, but I feel like
You're like a little new baby, like a new baby out of the womb.
Yes, but I feel like I'm going into new territory with review.
Oh, I see.
And it feels like, I've grown businesses before, and I feel really established in this podcast. But when you start over in a whole new brand,
Yeah,
you're
it's
like, you're
hard.
coming out and you're like, this is who I am and this is who I want to be.
coming out.
Yep, that's me.
I want the world to know. Got to let it show.
That's my theme song right now.
That's good.
In addition to miracles
Happen once in a while when you believe.
Do you think-
Princess,
yeah.
look out the window and welcome to Genovia.
I feel like she stole the ethos of that song from the Prince of Egypt. There can be miracles when you.
Prince of Egypt. Every time it comes back to the Prince of Egypt. Why are you obsessed with that movie?
It's like the song is like in my household. Adam literally loves that song.
God.
We sing it
Okay.
all the time.
So,
but anyways,
from
the
a
point,
sister to a sister.
Wait, I
Oh,
didn't end the
sorry.
fucking segment.
Sorry.
The point being, what was the point?
No, there's no point. What is the point?
The point being that I am trying to be a more expressed, embodied, aligned version of myself.
Sure.
And I am,
Aren't we all?
in many ways, I'm a beginner in a new venture. And there comes a touch of vulnerability and insecurity with that.
Okay, so what I'm going to say is from sister to sister, and this will help all you sisters listening as well. What are some phrases I can support you with?
Oh, I thought you were going to say what's a safe word for when I'm like,
No.
stop talking.
No. What? Okay, no. I'm trying to be more compassionate.
Oh, you look really great in that trench coat.
Okay. Not why?
What's some ways you can support me? Like what? Some phrases?
Yeah, some phrases that I can maybe sprinkle into the text message to the group chat.
To the group chat. You can tell me that I look really great.
Okay.
You can tell me that you like the outfit choices.
Okay,
that
enough
I'm
with the outfits.
You can, but that is a big deal for me.
Okay, a little deeper.
No, that's very
That's
deep
it.
to me.
Just superficial.
No, it's not
Sorry,
superficial.
sorry.
No,
sorry,
okay.
sorry.
See, I'm giving her the fucking things, and she's fighting
Okay, so
me.
all right, so you look
Because
good.
the way I'm dressing is a symbol
Of
for
the new
of the new me,
baby.
and it's a symbol of how I want to express and present myself.
okay.
And fashion is very important to me. So by dismissing those comments,
sorry,
you're
sorry.
dismissing
Okay,
my
sorry.
expression and my expression.
Okay, sorry.
Um,
So you look really good.
yeah.
The trench coat is not giving.
Oh God, predatory vibes. What are you trying to say?
I was gonna say, I feel like a trench coat is synonymous with a flasher, and so I just want to say that
This skirt is pretty short.
This skirt
so
is pretty short, so you might be flashing.
I
people.
can't bend down in this skirt.
But the
Okay,
trench coat does not look like that.
Here's where
is that good?
Sure. Here's where you can help me.
Okay.
You can tell me the good parts of the things that I'm doing with Review, my brand,
Great.
Versus the bad parts. And you can help me out with a little like hype energy on the stuff that I'm posting, and maybe some lovely, strategic, empowering advice that's constructive to who I am versus to who you are.
Strategic, empowering advice that's constructive to who you are. That is part of who I am.
Yeah, that is not.
That is not part of who I am.
Yes. Like,
How
don't
would I
give-
have that advice if it's not part of who I am?
Because you should be able to look beyond and understand the landscape and give me advice.
Okay. So you want me to be God?
I want you to be a marketing genius.
Oh, okay. Great. Okay. All right. So we got some tips. Sisters,
Just tell me honestly.
Go text your sister
I'll be
or your
vulnerable.
best
Okay.
friend and tell them they look great in a trench coat.
Okay.
All right.
But
That's the
also,
moral of the story.
I think that the biggest fear that's coming up as I am getting ready to launch soft launch Review is that I'm not cool enough. And that the people that I admire in the space and the role models that I admire in the space, I'm afraid that they'll look at it and not think that I'm cool enough or have like a refined eye or a cultural point of view, or that they're not going to get it, or I'm afraid that I'm creating something that isn't in touch with the times and that won't expand because maybe I'm living in like a nostalgic world, and how can I make this nostalgic world relevant? I'm worried that I don't have the foresight to build a brand that's just a brand versus a business, because I'm really good at making money. But how do I build a brand, right, that has longevity? So yeah, there's like a lot of
so we need to work on you believing that you're cool.
yes,
Okay.
which is where the outfit compliments help me.
I see. Because coolness equals cool outfits.
You know what?
know
That
what?
equation
Yeah.
pretty much sums up my ego. No, I'm
Yeah.
just kidding. But yeah, I mean, well, there's also that insecurity that coming out more in the outfit and the fashion world is I'm going to be met with, oh, okay, let's go a little
Criticism.
deeper than that. That's shallow. Like there's a criticism that like
No.
outfits and fashion is not a level of
Yes,
art.
is juvenile.
Yeah, and I don't believe that. I believe that fashion is one of the most incredible tools, incredible forms of self-expression, the most amazing art, and the people who design things are highly talented. It's like art for the masses, essentially. And I think I've never owned the fashion side of me because I feel as if I'm going to be perceived as
But we shouldn't-
shallow.
Yes, but we don't care about what other people think. Remember?
Yeah, so I'm telling you to not give me that feedback because that is the exact feedback you just gave me.
What?
You said, let's go deeper. And I was like, no,
see.
that is
Okay,
the thing.
great. Okay, good. We're learning.
We're learning.
And
we're
we're
learning.
fine tuning.
We're fine tuning. I love it.
Well, you look great
Thanks.
and you are cool.
Thank you.
And you do have a cultural perspective
Thank you.
and a refined eye.
Thank you. Wow, you really know how to make a woman feel good.
And with that,
Let's welcome Charlotte McKinney to the podcast.
Charlotte motherfucking McKinney.
This is round 2, baby.
This is round
actually
2.
technically round 3 because she came on during the pandemic virtually.
God, I forgot about that when we did
Yeah.
those pandemic ones. Charlotte is a good friend of ours. She is such an incredible supporter.
She's
that
amazing.
I feel so genuinely supported by her.
Truly.
You know, as we say in the podcast, like we've spoken to so many women across the years, and she has been one that has been in our lives and has rooted for us and is always commenting on all of our stuff and DMing us and texting us. And it's just so beautiful to have found a friend in her.
It's also
just through this.
so amazing to find women who are at the top of their game. She's an incredibly successful model and who aren't judgmental. Like,
Yeah.
there's really not a judgmental bone in this woman's body.
She's amazing.
And she really sees women for the best version of
And
themselves.
this is not just going to be, I don't know, I think people think maybe this is going to be like a funny episode or whatever, but we get into really beautiful relationship advice, breakup advice. I think it's going to be extremely helpful to hear from her, and it was so beautiful how raw she was. So
it was like a therapy session.
It was a therapy session. So you're going to love this one, sister.
And if you're listening, we suggest that you go over to YouTube and watch this one.
100%.
There's
a dog.
There's a dog in it. And
a
this
dog.
is, I think this is a watching one.
This is a watcher.
Yeah. So the link will be in the show notes if you guys want to scoot over there.
All right. Love you,
Okay,
sisters.
love you, sisters.
Charlotte McKinney.
Oh my God. Okay, sister.
Okay,
Royalty.
sister. Okay.
Royalty.
We go way back.
We go way back. Okay, so last time you were on a pod,
Yeah.
it was maybe like 5 years ago.
I think it was
Yeah. Wait,
about
move the-
4
move
or
the
5
mic
years ago.
Closer to
Yeah,
me.
yeah, perfect. There you go.
Okay, there we
Yeah,
go.
4 or 5 years ago. You
Yes.
were one of our like early. Must have been 2019.
How did we all like come up? Did we just
I
like
think I
find each
slid-
other
I
on?
slid
She slid
into
into your
DMs.
DMs.
That's how it's all works for me. Just
It
slide in the DMs for
all
life.
Goes down in the DMs.
I
It really
remember
does.
that we could not believe in 2019. We were like, Charlotte McKinney is coming to our mother's house, and we had the best time. We did a photo shoot after. We
It
just
was
looked
so
at
much
we
fun.
just looked out the
We were
photos,
just
We're
looking
gonna have to
at
repost
photos.
that. We have to repost
and we've
this.
like stayed in touch for
I
5 years.
I love that I got you to take a photo with me that day showing like your breasts. Like,
Oh, yeah. Of
I
course.
want
Yes.
people to when I go around, I want people to just like show me their breasts at all. Like, ladies, bring them out.
I was gonna say now you're gonna get women on the streets just fucking flashing you.
Here they are.
You got me to do like this like under boob pose.
Okay, so guys, backstory. She was showing me a picture, and it's literally you, and I'm like, yeah, show your underboob. It's your whole breast.
It's your whole tit.
Yeah. I mean, listen,
minus the areola.
What made me think like you could pull? Like I was like, yeah, this looks great.
Honestly, I'm someone who does show my boobs quite often. Like
Love it,
I'll walk
love
around
it.
with a white shirt and no bra.
Love
When
it.
I was breastfeeding, I was like, here we
Oh,
go.
she-
Both of them
every-
out. I don't
Every
give a shit.
restaurant, the
Yeah.
titty was out.
Oh
out
yeah,
and about.
full out.
Yeah.
I didn't do like a cover. It was like, fuck you. I'm feeding my child. Do you have a problem?
I like that.
Yeah, can you believe that we feed children with breasts?
I can't.
It's
I really can't.
It's like it's kind of like
You're
sex.
losing me on that.
You have to like you can't intellectualize it. You know what I mean? You just
Yeah.
have to be like it's primal and that's it.
breastfeeding.
Exactly.
It's like sex.
Breastfeeding like sex. It's painful.
It's painful. We also have Pepper here. We need to
yes.
for
So
anyone
guys,
who's watching the
so,
YouTube.
just to let everyone know, he's okay. I'm mentally unstable, but the dog, I don't know who's more unstable right now, me or the dog. I'm fostering a dog, and I'm obsessed, Pepper. And yeah, we didn't have time to get home, so
This is the first
for
dog
anyone-
in our new studio.
in the
love
new
it.
studio. For anyone who's listening on the audio and not watching YouTube, Pepper is in a cone. But if you want to go see Pepper, you have to watch on YouTube.
you guys, no one can listen to this one.
No,
This is
they
the
need-
only visual.
They need to visualize
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
because we're giving like chaotic, unhinged energy.
The unhingedness I'm giving out in the world right now is large.
let's do a check-in
Let's
with
do
Charlotte.
a wellness check.
Yeah, so also like maybe you could help me with like tools of like I feel like you're really good at like manifestation and like
Ooh.
check-in tools.
we
and like
really-
give me all the tools.
Yeah, I was
today.
gonna say we're gonna be your big sisters.
Why don't
I
we do
need-
it?
I
We could
need,
do
like,
like
a
a therapy
proper-
big sister session.
Session.
Yes, I
Session.
think this is like yeah.
Yeah.
So sidebar,
So-
like I'm like just kind of going through it right now, and I
Yeah.
just feel like I need. It's just like kind of those like some days are good, some days are bad, some
Yeah.
days are so it's like trying to like do like the right things and use the tools, but at the end of the day you're just like, fuck this.
Totally. Which like some days that needs
That
to
is
be
the
the
tool.
reality. And
That
that
is
is the
the
tool
tool.
of
Totally.
just like letting yourself feel the frustration and the disappointment and just like moving those emotions through your body, because if you sweep them under the rug, they build up and
Exactly.
then you're going to just like crash and burn later.
And I think that's kind of what I'm learning right now is like, okay, you can like, you know, my old self when I would become newly single, it was like, go party, hook up, like did it. Now it's like, I just want to like work on this to where, so later it doesn't creep up.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
Let's
and go
heal
into the
this
next
shit
relationship.
now.
Yeah.
Yes.
So when I do find, you know, Mr. Right, I'm not
Yeah.
losing my shit.
Yeah.
So it's trying, like the thing I'm doing is like learning how to like cry when I cry when I cry.
Yes.
And just like, it's okay, you know?
Absolutely.
It's like, I want women to know you're not alone. It doesn't matter what you look like, what you do. Men can be really lame, and, you know, men who haven't worked on themselves like we do as women and heal themselves, they treat people horribly. And I'm just kind of at the point where I'm like, fuck it, let me like be a voice to younger women.
And I mean, what you just said about it doesn't matter what you look like, which, you know, Scout and I were even talking about before.
You literally came in here with the same question that Mady and I had asked, because we all know that Charlotte McKinney is fucking drop dead
Oh,
gorgeous.
gosh.
You are a model.
You are a model.
super model.
And Mady and I were like, how can men
cheat on
Cheat
women like
like-
Charlotte McKinney
or like Emrata? Like
Yeah.
it's like
Any-
this question mark that we ask in our heads. And I think it's something about society that tells us that if we have this certain asset, which is beauty, which you have, that protects you from the intricacies and the complexities of life happening to you. And it's just not the fucking case.
Totally. And that's why I feel like for me, I'm like, I am going to talk about it, because it's just like, I think women think it's like, oh, it's my fault, I did this. And like the first few weeks, it's like, I did this, I did that. Like, it's in that person. They're so unhappy with who they are. They have to seek this, like, I think what I'm learning through all this, it's not so much of like hooking up or this and that. Men just seek attention. And I think men need to like hear from every woman how amazing they are and their work's this and that, like, it's more of like, I think sometimes with men, it's more of just like an ego boost. And I think men, like, I think what I'm learning when this has happened in the past, it's just like they're so deeply insecure in their world and their life to where they need to get it elsewhere. And like clearly it wasn't enough from me. So
But
it's
And I want to asterisk, just so we can get through your healing. Some men.
so that's what, yes.
Some
Yes. And I don't
some
want to come
men.
off. My tits are moving this way.
No, but I
This
say
is gonna
that.
be an issue. This is gonna be an issue the whole podcast.
I don't say that for like because
No,
for
but
what you
and
sound
that's
like,
what I'm
but
gonna,
I say
like,
that
I want
for
to talk
like your
about like
future.
your engagement and like there. And I think what I'm learning is like, oh, there are nice people
Yes,
out there.
but
Oh,
I say
not
that so you
everyone's
know, so
and not
that you
everyone's
know.
a total piece of shit.
Right.
Like,
I don't
Yeah.
want this to
Make
ruin
me
your
hate.
faith
Totally.
in men.
Exactly.
But it is true that I think just, you know, in large, like men aren't grown up to like express their emotions in a healthy way. They don't know how to and so when they get in relationships like this and they literally self-sabotage it and they really hurt people.
Yeah.
And
it's
they're
not-
with a stunning woman, which it's the same token of a lot of men can get really threatened by a woman of your
Success,
beauty and
I
of
think-
success. And
and
you
I
have
think
both.
that's what it was.
You
I
have
think he
both.
felt he couldn't keep up with this. Like, and like I did nothing but try and show that I loved him and this
Right.
and that. And it's like,
But
you
you're
can
really
you can try it all.
Yeah,
and-
but you're really mature to like know it isn't about you.
Mm-hmm.
I feel
Yeah, I mean, I'm just
You're
saying
getting there.
that.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
getting there.
Well, but there's
everything
also-
I'm saying that's positive is just I'm saying it to like
Good.
burn
No,
it.
it
say
reprograms
here.
your
But it
brain.
also does take two to tango at all times. And so
Yeah.
like
Totally.
once you get past the like, okay, these were the issues that he had, that's not about me. I think it is a little bit about like, oh, I ignored the red flags and how can I take
Moving
accountability
forward.
and responsibility so that I don't do that in my next one, right?
Exactly. And I think what I learned too, it's like my boyfriend before him was horrible, like dark. So I think going from that toxic relationship, then dating someone thinking anyone was good after being with this other
yeah.
person. So I was like, oh, he calls me back. What a great guy. Like,
Just the bare minimum.
it's the bare minimum. And then like, I think also what I'm noticing too, it's like just going on dates. It's like, all I really ask for is like the bare minimum. And like when like, so, I mean, it is what it is. And
Okay, I have a friend. She's dating.
okay. I thought you meant like a
And-
hot studly man.
No, I will try to find
Oh,
one
I'm
for
sure
you, though.
we can find a many. No, but we need to be picky this
No,
time.
no, but this is what I do.
We are picking.
No.
You need a nice Jewish boy.
I've
You
played
dabbled?
around.
You
I've dabbled.
We have to find a really tall one, though.
We need. I've been dabbling
I
on
know.
the Jewish side.
Yeah, but they're not really tall. You found a tall one in the wild?
No, she's
I'm
like,
gonna have to
no.
delete this. I'm gonna have to delete this.
The only tall Jew Charlotte has found.
Wait, no, I actually did. When I lived in Miami, I did date a Jewish guy who was very tall.
That's
Oh,
an enigma.
it's an enigma.
That's really,
Very
wow. We're going to
tall.
need his number and social security number.
I'm like 65 now, but like
Okay, well, there's the downside there. But what I'm saying is,
this is I like don't even know if this is gonna be able to go live air. Okay, go on.
so what I do with my friend is that she went through like a rough breakup and
Yeah.
she's trying to figure out, she wants a relationship that's really healthy. And so I
Totally.
sat with her and we went through like, if it doesn't hit these 5 criteria, and it's nothing, by the way, about
About the person.
the physical looks,
Yeah.
it's nothing,
money, any of that.
none of
it's
that.
more of like how they are as a
It's
human
more,
being.
yes, like
the
did
feeling
he-
you get
the
with
feeling you
them.
get, but also like, is he following up with what he's saying? Is he planning the date? Is he taking the lead? Is he, what is he here for? Is he here for this or is he here for that?
Totally.
And we go through these red flags, and I'm the red flag catcher now. So when she starts dating a new person, I'm like, so far I don't have any red flags, but I want to see these 2 things that we talked about happen for you in the next couple weeks. And I think that if you have that list, everyone has a different one. It's not like, physical attributes.
No.
It's much more about the values and the long-term planning, like wants kids, wants to live here, whatever, stuff like that.
Exactly.
And then you got to run them through that algorithm, like
and then
all
don't
the time.
budge.
And
Like,
don't
be
Exactly.
like, oh,
budge.
he checks all these boxes, but this one. But it's like then you're signaling to the universe that you are willing
to sacrifice
on one of your values.
And that's the thing. I feel like I just like constantly just like look passing because I'm love. Like I'm a lover. I just like love.
Yeah.
I'm a Leo. I just like once I love you, I'm in.
right.
And I will do anything to make it work. And when I realized that like this is something that's fully out of my control, I was just like, there's nothing
Yeah.
to do. And I think that's why I'm like, as much as I wanted to keep it private, I'm like, no, like let's get the girls together and like let's talk about it. Why are we going to these men? Why are we liking these kind of people? And like the cool guy. I want to date just like like someone who's not the coolest or like you know what I mean? I feel like
there's patterns.
I tend to go to the like
the bad
bad boy,
the bad boy.
broken, like has issues.
Because
like,
deep down you feel like you can fix them.
always.
Yeah.
That
always.
is
And that-
what
yeah.
one, that's not your responsibility.
No, I don't have the time.
Yeah, exactly.
I got shit to do.
Yeah, we got shit to do.
Go to therapy or don't. Like
Yeah.
I can't help. Like I'm at the
Also,
point.
you can never fix anyone.
You can never. They
No.
have to be the ones to do
exactly.
it.
Even though my husband kind of fixed me, but
Hey, I like that. But that's what
yeah,
I mean.
but
I want
you
to find like
still
I mean, I did
the
the work.
Yeah.
did the
So
work.
I
You've
think
always done the
I
work.
think the only thing you can do is call them up. Like you can call them up. So my husband looked at me when I was super depressed and not functioning and dropped out of college and like a basket case. Like I wasn't even doing anything. And he said, hey, it's okay. And you have to do certain things to heal yourself. Like he called me up versus like either trying to do the work himself on me. And I think it's such a fine line. And when he called me up, I saw someone who believed in me, who believed that I could get there. But I did have to do the work. But I think they're, these sayings of like, you can't fix anyone and no one actually changes and all those things. It's true until it's not true, right? And it's the way it happens.
It's interesting you say that because even going back to your world of just hearing, because I think why I related to you guys so much is you and your background with depression and everything that like that. When I was in a low point in my life and I was very depressed. And he, instead of like you help, wasn't there. It was like, that's your stuff to deal with. I can't help you kind of thing. And I think people need to know, like, with depression and stuff like that, that is fixable. And like I did get out of that place and I did become the woman that he did want. And I was in your situation of being the depressed girlfriend, didn't, you know, like very low. I was dealing with health issues. So in my head, I'm like, oh, I caused this because I was dealing with my own stuff, and
you
it
missed
made
it or something. Or
yeah, I caused, and then it's like, no, your partner brings you out of that and gets like, I think men, and especially in LA, it's like, if it's not good all the time, I don't want it. And I think like people think like relationships are just like perfect all the time, and it's just like, no, that's how you build a relationship.
I think that the relationships are so difficult to uncover the truth behind them because it is such an intimate and sacred thing, and it involves somebody else. So I always think about this because we don't really talk about our relationships that we have with our significant others. I've been with Adam this year 12 years.
Yeah.
Maddie's been with her fiance, what, 8?
Wow.
And, you know, when you've had a relationship that's 12 years, you've grown together, you've gone through ups and downs, you've done the whole thing. And I always don't, like, there's always been a part of me that's like, is this normal or is that normal? But I don't know who to go to because nobody actually talks about these things because it's so personal and intimate. And so it's hard when I can imagine sometimes, like, when shit goes wrong in relationships, people could be like, this isn't good because something's wrong. But in actual reality, a long-term relationship will go through many ups and downs over the course.
Totally. Like, and I would always be like, you know, I always heard this rule of like 80-20, or some days you're this and some days I'm this. And it's working with that individual and like, you're low today, I'm going to be high. I'm low today, you got to help me out. And I feel men just think it's just like roses all the time, and it's like has to be this like honeymoon phase, and it's not. I think a real relationship, you have to go through it, and then you have to see how beautiful it is on the other side. And I felt I was finally in this place with him, like we were the best we've ever been. I was doing, like, everything was great, and it kind of always happens like one thing, like so I mean, it's the amount of like learning I've done in like the last just like couple weeks is just insane. And like,
when you said that you had gotten yourself out of a depression before, what did you do to get to that better place?
Psychedelics.
Ooh,
really
interesting.
So that's another. So I just did a podcast with this company, Super Mush, and saved my life.
Wow.
Mushrooms,
and then like I practice a lot of different kind of psychedelics with doctors.
Did you do ketamine?
Yes, ketamine.
Okay,
therapy
so
for years.
ketamine is because I was thinking, I feel really good now, but within motherhood, it was a big roller coaster. And I know someone who did ketamine treatment, and it transformed her life. And so I think if there ever comes a point in my life, so I'll have to ask you about it, where I'm thinking about going back on medication, if I ever get to that point, I really want to try ketamine first.
Totally. And it's funny, I had a girlfriend hit me up and she's like, oh, like my doctor's trying to put me on Lexapro or Zymbalta or something like that. And I was just like, dude, don't. I'm just like, dude, come over to my house. I'll microdose you, whatever you need. Yeah. I've been on Lexapro since 4th grade.
Wow.
So my brain grew up on SSRIs.
Wow.
So by the time I was in my 20s and with my past things, I just felt my brain, like I just couldn't get happy, couldn't get excited. My brain was just dead. So I did ketamine. I started ketamine treatment maybe when I was 26.
Oh, wow.
Okay. How old are you now?
I just turned 30.
Really? Oh my gosh, you're so...
Stop.
Fun fact, when you're in LA, when you're 30, it's not fun. I'm kidding.
Why? Because the dating? Or what do
No,
you
I
mean?
just like, it's tough.
No.
30s
are your
But I
fucking
will say
best
30,
decade.
turning 30, I've like I can't even look at my 20s now.
Oh, no,
I'm like,
Wait,
No,
okay,
so
not
much
because
happier.
you look older at all. I thought you were older because of just like your...
the way I carry myself.
Yes,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
way you carry yourself. I thought you were going to tell me you were like... I thought you were older than me, and I'm turning 33 this year, but not
I'm
because...
gonna leave now.
No.
It's been really fun. Thank you.
Fuck
No,
you.
but not like in a maturity and wisdom
No,
and
of course.
energy sense,
Well,
not in the way
growing
you
up-
look.
I don't know why I keep touching this. Growing up, I had a sister who was older than me, I don't
Okay.
know. I feel like
Who do
that's-
you think is older? Or do you know?
I know
She
you
knows.
you
I
know,
know
you
she
know,
knows.
you know.
She knows.
But I feel like there was something about, I don't know, I just kind of had to grow up fast. And I think I just,
You have
I carry myself in
you
an
do
older
carry. Yes, you carry
way.
yourself.
Even when I
differently.
was like 20, people were like, whoa. Like,
Wow. So you were doing ketamine therapy, I feel like before it got cool. Like
Yeah.
it got
yeah,
normalized.
so I'm the real OG. But like,
Your patient zero.
patient
Patient
zero.
zero.
I'm like the rat they tested it on. I'm like, I'll do anything at this fucking point. No, I basically, my doctor, I came to a point where I tried everything.
Yeah.
And so then he was just like, okay, we've tried every different SSRI. This is kind of the next thing.
Well, your
And
doctor's great because my doctor said you've tried everything. Let's do electric shock therapy.
yeah, get rear-ended. Like,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Like what?
Yeah.
It's like inhumane.
That's like weird.
Oh yeah, I was literally talking to people because I was in an outpatient program. People who were coming from electric shock therapy,
Like,
and they were just like dead.
It feels like torture chamber, like a torture.
no,
It's
thank
not
you.
like it's not as torturous, but like for the first week you just forget shit. Like you're in like a haze. And
I
I was
don't
like,
think I'd like
if
that.
I have to do that to get better, there's something wrong here.
No.
Totally.
So
Okay, so you did ketamine.
So I did it at a really young age, and at the start I didn't really know, and then I was like, oh, okay, this is really helping me. And then I was doing it, and like I want to like disclaimer, this worked for me. It
Right,
doesn't
right,
work
totally.
for everyone with everything with like the Matt Perry. If you have an addiction problem, don't touch it. Like
Yeah.
I'm very like be safe about it. And like when I'm doing ketamine, I'm doing it with a doctor. I'm not like
Yeah.
out in Miami partying,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
I've done before. But like
With a 65-year-old tall Jew.
but like it saved my life. And then I got into mushrooms and
Yeah.
different things, and I think it just rewired my brain.
Do you do microdose daily?
I'm like
Because I know people that do that.
it depends. Sometimes I do, but like I'm kind of the like all or nothing. I have a really high tolerance, so like I'll do 10 milligrams,
I don't even know how much
and
that
like
is.
a normal person does like 2 or 3.
Oh, okay.
So like,
Yeah.
so like I have to take a lot, but like
Right.
I'm trying to like microdose and like do work through the day. But anyways, that really brought me out of my thing, and like my point being is like I became this. I'm ready to like be the best version of myself, and we had a lot of ups and downs, but like then it was like, oh, I've changed. I've put the work in to better myself. I've done everything to heal my past traumas, and then it's
It's like catch up. Hello.
yeah,
What's
like
going
maybe
on?
you could do the same, but
Yeah.
my point is like work on yourself, girls, because
Yeah.
he ain't going to.
Well,
Or like
you need a man who's already worked on himself.
that's my point. I
like
need
you
someone
need like
who's
a
already
38-year-old man.
45.
45. We could go 45.
We need a 45-year-old. We need
I was
like
gonna
a-
say 40, but I thought that might
40,
be too old
40.
for
We
you.
We need like a businessman.
Yes.
Like is committed, is focused, is motivated.
Yeah,
Yes.
motivated.
And is also gentle. Like it needs
Yeah.
to be
Yes.
someone. And
Do you want
and-
kids?
But oh yeah, do you want kids?
I do.
Okay.
I
Down the line.
do. It just doesn't. I don't know when.
That's fine.
Okay. Because if you don't want
But-
kids, then the advice would be get a divorcee who already has kids.
It's so sad that like we think that the woman is the one that's like, oh, I'm gonna lock you down and I want to have kids and get married. Whereas there are men that do want that life,
totally,
you know,
yes,
and
totally.
you need to
Yes.
find someone that's like. It's funny. I looked at my fiance because I feel like I don't know in TV shows and whatever. Like there's that trope, right? Of like, oh, like marriage fucks your life
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
your life is over. Happy wife, happy life, like all
Yeah.
that shit. And I looked at Ben and I was like, do you really want to get married? Like you, like as a man,
As a
like
man,
want
do
to
you
get
wanna get
married?
married?
Like it's. And he was like. Yeah, of course. And I was like, but
course,
don't.
yeah.
When you look at these TV shows, like you grew up with this kind of rhetoric of like men not like that never seeped into your system. He's like, no, I really want to get married and I want to
That's my
start a
point.
life.
There are
Like,
men
you
who like
need it.
want that life and want to build that. I just have horrible taste in men.
I think you're attracting the
I'm
wrong
attracted to the
people.
wrong
Yeah,
people.
you're
No, you're
talking
not
about-
attracted to the wrong people. Those people are coming into your life. What you need to do is set boundaries.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen is now that you're single,
Yeah.
those men are going to come to you, okay? Because like you're vulnerable, you have this is what you know. This is
Yeah.
a pattern of yours.
Yeah.
They're going to come to you. you have
Have
be
to say no.
ruthless about saying no. Oh, be like, bye,
way.
bitch, and they're gonna come back to you, and they're gonna come back.
I need a collar every time I go to like a loser guy.
Maddie like screams.
Don't
Shock collar.
like mommy issues. Just start getting like shocked every time like I see like
No, it's
like
so
even the
true.
other day I was checking this guy out. He like looked kind of cool and I realized he was homeless.
Oh
Like,
my god. Oh my god. No, I'm dead. I'm fucking dead.
But that's my type. Like in high school, I liked the guys who literally were
It's like when Ali Wong fucked a guy and then he was homeless. Like she didn't realize that she fucked a homeless guy.
I'm honestly probably if things
my
got
God.
a little more heated, it
Okay,
could have gone
wait.
a little better.
This is the question we should ask the Camber girl.
Oh, yes.
Where do you like? Because we have
God.
to go into places where this established
yes.
man is.
I know
So
where
this
to.
is my question.
I know
so
where to go.
you're gonna tell me where to go.
I know where to go.
Yes.
This is
Where
where
does
you're
she-
gonna go.
where's she gonna go?
And all girlies listening that live in Los Angeles, this is where you're gonna go. And it's gonna sound crazy. Put your little microphone a little closer.
This is gonna be unhinged.
This is the most unhinged
I love
podcast
the
ever.
boobs.
We're going to the boobs hitting the mic. Okay, you're gonna go
Gonna go.
to a run club.
I
know.
No.
Listen.
What about a pickleball club?
Sure.
No.
I'm just saying. I know.
No.
I know. You don't need to run. I'll come with you. It's called the Venice Run Club. People are getting married left and right from this fucking club.
shit.
This is where the men are. They're all the hot men. They're not out at a bar drinking. They're
I don't want to go to.
literally
Yeah, I don't want to
bettering
meet a guy.
themselves.
Yeah, I want like exactly.
And they're hot. Okay. We need to go there.
Okay.
You're gonna get snatched up in a
Ooh.
second. The amount of eligible bachelors that are
Really,
there.
honestly,
Honestly.
Oh my
okay.
god!
And not
this is
total
a hot tip.
nerds.
Not nerds. They're Venice. They're cool. They have jobs and they're running. They're running.
We love it.
They're bettering themselves.
I love that.
We're gonna go to the run club.
Okay,
Done.
see,
And
this
you
is
just
such
do
a
the
good
mingling.
thing.
I
You
love
just do
this.
the mingling in the beginning, and then they can run, and we can meet
Yeah,
them at
yeah.
the bar
I'll see you
afterwards.
after.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
see you. We'll see you for a
What if
drink
you do a
after.
brisk walk?
We could do a walk, but
Me
the
and
men
Pepper
are,
will walk.
Yeah, exactly.
wants to walk.
And then the men, if they want to, seduce you, then they're
They're
walk.
welcome to it.
They're welcome to seduce the walkers.
Men out there, you are welcome to seduce me at all times.
But you must
that's
be
actually
nice.
such a good tip for someone who
I always
has
tell.
historically dated a certain type of person that they don't want to date anymore. They might lean into meeting, like they're like, okay, I'm going to go out to these places, but those are the places that one would meet that type of person that you want to
again.
say, wait,
If you go to
so
a bar,
need to
you're
go
gonna
to
meet the
a
same guy.
completely
That's my thing.
different
Like even the other night, I
place.
was at Chateau and I was just like,
Oh, yeah.
Like,
what
what
are
am I-
you doing?
what am I doing?
Chateau is reserved for the girlies. Bring us, please. I would love to go to the Chateau.
You know what? I've
with
never
you.
been to Chateau. I've
Oh,
never been there.
you?
we'll go for a night.
Oh, you would.
Should we have a sleepover?
Yes, I'm staying at the studio.
Sure. I was gonna say, you want to pay $3,000 a night? We can go together.
Can Camber get it comped?
I can make some calls. We'll
Okay,
see.
cool.
Camber. I need to get on this Camber shit.
Oh yeah, the
Throw me a
Camber.
sponsored ad, motherfucker.
No, Chateau, you're not gonna meet.
That's my
the
point.
Leonardo DiCaprio. We're
No,
not going
Oh,
to
we
Chateau.
don't want
I'm
that.
not going into that world. And
No.
I've been there. I've done that. I was
You
like,
should look for. I know this sounds strange,
Mm-hmm.
but look for boring.
Yes.
No,
need boring.
you need to look
That's
for
what-
boring
so
because
everyone's
bad
like-
boys are drama and exhilarating and this and this and this.
everyone's like, you need to date
boring.
like a nerdy.
Yes, you do.
They're not gonna be that nerdy.
They're
though.
not.
Like a healthy level of nerd is
Yeah.
really necessary.
Maddie and I are
We
in
have nerds.
relationships
We have
with a
nerds.
healthy amount of nerds.
Yeah.
My husband-
Nerds make the world go round.
They do.
So
Amen, sister.
Let's
get that
just,
tattooed.
Let's just get that.
Let's just get
Let's
that.
have the ex-boyfriend who's a tattooer tattoo that
Do
on.
it.
But if you get like a good looking, older, not older, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like older gentleman man who has a motivation. He's got either has a great job or has a business. And there's like a 15 to 20% nerd in him.
but
That
then
is
shit
the
like-
formula.
But then
Perfect.
shit like this happens because I'm a shallow little baby. I'll be like, ooh, I don't like his shoes. They're too
Okay,
nerdy.
well, that's a you
Or
problem.
just like, that's
So
what I
this
mean.
is
You're
the thing.
self-sabotaging.
This is
No,
stop that,
You're
like-
self-sabotaging because you don't believe you can actually have a quality man who deserves and loves you and is a good person.
Hey,
It's
let's
not,
get that on repeat.
It's not the
We need
fucking...
to clip that.
It's
We're
not
gonna-
the
we need
shoe.
to send
It's
it.
not the shoe. It's Charlotte saying, I don't deserve that good of a
I
man.
don't just, yeah. Oh, totally. I
So
just
every time you nitpick something like that, now you can say, "Oh,
I'm gonna have
it's
to
not,
pay you guys
It's
after
not
this
the
for my
shoe."
therapy of
This
the
is a
week.
therapy
Yeah,
session.
you say, "Oh, it's not the shoe." I'm saying it's the shoe because I'm afraid of that quality of a person in my
That's
life.
true. Oh
So
my
I'm just
God.
going to be aware of it,
She
and I'm
just
going to
called
keep
me out
moving.
so hard. I love that.
I honestly, I don't think icks exist. Hot take.
Oh, well, because one of the guys on Love Is Blind, when he smiles, I get the fucking ick.
Oh, well.
Mannerisms, you got to
It's
be.
not- it's
I
not-
get the ick about a lot of
So
stuff.
but that's what I'm saying. Okay, this
My
let me
ick list is long.
let
as
me
fuck.
let me rephrase. I think people put too many icks.
Yes.
That's what I
Right.
mean.
Oh,
Of course,
wait,
there
no,
could
this
be
is
an
what
ick.
it is. The ick list is the new wish list. The wish list used to be 100 pages long. Now the ick list is 100
it's
pages
too
long.
many icks. You're
It is
looking
a-
for
it
ways.
is a
You're
self-
looking
yeah.
for things.
Yeah.
You're nitpicking them. You're
Yeah.
looking
That's
for things
true.
that don't exist and that don't matter.
Don't
The
matter.
shoes.
Don't matter.
You can
buy
fucking
him new,
buy
buy
him
him new shoes.
You can fucking buy him new shoes. Like
Yeah, that's
it.
fixable.
Like
That's
problem
fixable.
solved. The ick is gone. Like
Yeah.
of course there's like inherent things that might give you an ick, but like little things like that. If you're just gonna write off someone because they have bad shoes, go buy them some shoes.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
There's like more, but that's the thing, and I think even like starting to date, like I'm just a bit more open than I normally would.
Good.
I
That's
normally
great.
would have been
Good.
like, I'm not even going on a date. Now I'm like, okay, you're gonna just see what happens.
Good.
That's
You're just gonna
good.
try.
And let them court you. Let them
Yeah.
lead. Let
Yeah.
them spoil you.
Totally.
All the things.
And I think also this like year, it's like I also don't want to find my match. I want to spend a year like rebuilding myself,
Oh, that's
rebuilding my
good.
work.
Beautiful.
I'm like about to do a bit of a tour with comedy and like just
Oh,
like
we need to talk about comedy.
We want to talk about that because it was so awesome to see you emerge on the scene and put yourself out there and be an amazing comedian. Talk to us about that transition and how you even got into comedy.
It's super cringy and I feel like I'm still like not like ready to like have a bunch of people at show. Like I'm still very like I'm only 3 years in now, but basically
it's so hard. It's so hard.
Yeah, and it's just like it's tough because I also have like my other career of like acting and other stuff and then like that, so it's not like I'm full-time stand-up and like I have people who are like grinding it out and like it's tough with the schedule I live and stuff like that. But honestly, I did Lights Out with David Spade and they put him and Whitney Cummings like put a thing in my ear at the Comedy Store, the most iconic place in the world. And I did it and I was like, oh, I kind of like that. And I was like, oh shit, like I want to do this again. It was right before COVID, so I didn't get too into I did like a few like open mics. And then after COVID, I'm like, I'm going to fucking do this. Yes. So I've just been doing it. And like, I think with being in the entertainment industry and the modeling world for so long, I'm just like, I'm so bored by everything. And it's not that I like to talk shit or poke fun, but I'm at the point in my career where it's like, I'd rather like laugh and make fun of it than like cry myself to sleep every night kind of thing. Like I poke fun at like just how insane my life is, the industry, like things I've been through. And I only kind of talk about my own life experiences. I'm not like getting on there and like preaching stuff I don't know, but it's really fun. And I think it's so therapeutic. So for me this year, I'm like, I want to date stand up. I want to instead of running and going on dates every night, I want to go do shows. I want to like,
That's awesome.
and I think that in that way, I'll like find
You'll
my own
heal.
person.
You'll find your
through-
voice.
Exactly. I think right now I'm like, who can I date? I was like, who gives a fuck? Like, let
Yeah.
me do my own shit.
I love that.
And then
so
I think
good.
men, are like, oh, she has her own thing. Like, it's it's.
Also, it's so admirable that you are. It is so hard. I think it's harder. Okay, it's first of all, it's hard to put yourself out there in a career in general, like public face, model, acting, content creation, podcasting, whatever it is. If you're putting yourself out there, it's so hard. But then to be so established in one lane and to be a beginner and reinvent yourself in another, specifically stand-up comedy, which I think is the most brutal thing to put yourself out there.
Totally.
Truly, it's one thing to be someone who nobody knows and get up there on stage.
Totally.
And then it's another thing to have 2 million followers and try to do something that is so opposite of what
that's
you
the thing
do.
I always say, I go, I don't know what's scarier, me going and doing my shows or me posting clips online to people who know me.
I think posting clips. I think that's the
think
scariest
posting-
thing.
Totally.
1000%.
And so
like,
it's so admirable.
Sharing it, and like I think looking back on my career, I felt I lost so many amazing experiences because I was so afraid of like, I can't post this. I'm too afraid of this person. Now I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, good.
I have nothing left to lose at this
That's
point.
30, baby.
That's 30.
Yeah, like
We don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck. I have nothing left to lose. Don't think I'm funny? Leave.
Yeah,
You know,
bye.
like I just like I feel like at this point I've lost everything.
Oh my God.
No, but like I'm
Yeah.
at such a low point in my life. Like try me. Like
You know
I
what?
don't care.
You are in one of the most powerful positions
Yeah.
because once you're there, like you've stripped away all the people, like not all the people, but someone in your life that was clearly not a fit for the best version of what you have available here in this
Totally.
lifetime.
Yeah.
You've gotten to a point where you do feel really low and you don't give a fuck what other people say. That point, like it's that point where people either go left or right, and depending on which way they go, either breaks their life or makes their life so
Totally.
fucking powerful. And
Yeah.
so I feel like with this next iteration of Charlotte McKinney, you're unstoppable.
Yeah.
Like you might feel, unhinged today, but let's do a check-in in 6 months.
From unhinged to unstoppable.
To
the
from
Charlotte
unhinged
McKinney
to-
story.
that.
I love it.
I love that. That's
I
a
love
great
it.
book
It's
cover.
okay.
Are you writing
Your
it?
next memoir.
I'll be your ghostwriter.
Perfect.
There we go.
Perfect.
Wait, so what's the tour that you're doing?
I just have a few dates with this amazing comedian Carlisle that I know, and we're doing Vegas, Arizona, a couple spots here.
Can we come?
Wait, can we come?
Can we
Oh,
come
San
support
Diego.
you? You're coming to San Diego?
Yes, we're coming to San Diego, so I'll send you that.
Oh, hell
Oh my God,
Make it
can I
a
bring
fun
my
night.
husband?
Oh my God, bring everyone.
We just saw Dave Attell live.
Okay.
It was so good. And
Please
Adam and
come.
I, it's on our list to go to more comedy shows. So we're going to go to your
Please.
show.
I'll be posting the dates on Instagram, and we'll get you in like anything you need. Bring,
my God.
Bring a ton of people.
Oh my God, we're going.
And yeah, and I do spots here. I'll let you know.
Yeah.
But I think it's just like putting my head in like focusing on that.
Yeah.
I think that's
love
the
I
move.
think that's the move.
That's
I think
the
we've
move.
just secured you.
I think I'm good. So thanks,
So,
guys. I'll Venmo
session's
you.
over.
I'll Venmo you. 250 seems fair.
I feel like we asked this last time, but we'll ask it again. We should go back in the records. We ask every woman who comes on OK Sister Podcast this.
Yes.
If you could brag about one thing and you weren't allowed to be humble, what would you brag about?
Your boobs.
Other than your boobs.
Other than your boobs.
Because I'm going to brag about your boobs.
If I could brag about this, I love bragging. That's fun. I think my heart.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
My heart behind my big boobs. Once you get past the boobs, there's a heart.
There's a heart down there. Yeah.
That's a good one.
I don't know. I think my priority in life is again like helping other people and using my pain to help other people. And I've gone through the ringer, and I'm grateful to be where I am and like share my story now. And I think whether it's volunteering at the hospital or it's working with Best Buddies, my charity with kids with disabilities, like I think that's my biggest love, and like that is something like no one can take away from me.
Yeah.
You know, and like I can be hurt so many times, but like my heart won't make me a cold person.
No, I mean, we
I'm
can,
cold to the right people, but I have a huge heart.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know,
we
so.
can confirm. I feel like we've interviewed so many people on this
Yeah.
podcast, like over 300 at this point probably, and we
crazy.
meet a lot of really successful, talented women. And there's always been a soft spot in our heart for Charlotte.
Yeah.
Like,
So
And you've always kept up with us. You've been so like supportive
Yeah,
of us
so
too,
supportive.
and it's
Oh my
just
God.
been
your heart,
Don't make me
people
cry.
can
I'm
feel
really
your heart.
unstable, so I probably will be able to cry very easily. No, but that's true, and I think and like you said, keeping up with. I feel like if anyone comes into my life and I admire them and they respect me, I will forever check in or be part of their life. And I think, I don't know. I think I love seeing women thrive and seeing you guys doing well. Or I I want the best for everyone. And I think sometimes people are like, oh, like she's just a model or she did it. And it's like, no, like I'm just a genuinely like, I think while I'm on earth, I want people to say when I met her, she made me feel special.
No.
And that's it.
We
That's
just said
that's
that
my only
too.
thing.
Yeah. That's,
Mission accomplished.
God,
Yeah.
so perfect.
Okay, will you let everybody know where they can find you and go to your shows if they want to go to your shows?
Yes, you can find me on my Instagram. My name's just Charlotte McKinney. And yeah, I'll be posting dates on there. And then do I get on Raya? Like what happens?
We don't know that
Like I'm
world.
asking like find me on Instagram and
Find
Mel
me
Raya.
on Instagram and Raya. That's
No, I don't think I want to go. Did
No,
you
don't-
get on dating app? Did you meet?
No, so
No.
we never had to do the apps.
I just never want. I don't want to find my person on an app.
I think we're gonna go to the Run Club.
We're gonna
Yes.
the run
We're
club's
gonna-
better. Don't go on the apps. Don't
Well,
even like waste your energy.
Yeah,
Raya-
I'm not even like
Raya is like digital Chateau Marmont. Okay,
Yeah.
we don't want.
Oh, that's a good way to put
we
it,
don't
I
want
guess.
smart.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
going to Venice Run Club.
Yeah.
I like that.
I'm bringing you.
Venice Run Club. Okay. Anything else like that you can think of?
Yeah,
I'm there.
I'll wrangle you,
And then we'll
take
go
you.
to Chateau for a girls' night.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
There we
yeah.
go. And then I sneak away with the busboy.
Yeah, there.
Okay.
You could do that. You could do a one night
Well, yeah, we'll
situation.
allow it.
I'm allowed
We'll
to
allow
like
it.
have a little fun.
We'll allow
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
here and
yeah. You just can't go on a second date with that man.
Yes. All right, we
Okay.
love you so much, sisters.
Love you, sisters.
Love it.
Bye.
Bye. That was so fun.
That was perfect.